I said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Got a new video for you today. Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news. Live edition. Before we get into it, you know the spiel. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. We just beat the hell out of the New Orleans Pelicans. No excuses. Damn, the Bucks look good tonight. Salute to Bucks. Salute to Bucks Nation. Salute to the best chat on YouTube and the best Bucks platform on YouTube. Let's go. I told y'all I just think yesterday they just didn't feel like hooping yesterday. Let's just call it what it was. This was a completely looking Bucks team today from the beginning to the end. No, we didn't like lead from the beginning to the end, but you could see the energy was much different than it was last night. This is the Bucks team we wanted to see. Balanced attack. You got scoring from Bobby P. You got scoring from Lopez. You got scoring from Giannis. You got scoring from Dame. This was a balanced team effort. And you notice, no disrespect to Middleton, there was a lot more ball movement today without Middleton in the game. I also noticed the defensive philosophy is a lot better now, too. And they just made a simple adjustment. I don't know if y'all peeped or not. I was talking to about my guy, Amtrak. They're playing a similar defense, but they're not playing up as close to the man. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's almost like it's a zone, but it's not a zone because of where they're playing. Because we're older and we don't have speed. It's at a space where we can still close in and we can still fall back if you're driving, which making things a lot more difficult for teams. It was just a minor tweak that's been made, and our defense is a lot better. Even though we have people that aren't playing defense, I mean Bobby P's defense is atrocious. But my God, on offense, Bobby P can be electric at times. He was electric tonight. Shout out to Bobby P and Brooke Lopez from three. He was hot. This is the Bucks team that we would like to see on a more consistent basis, Bucks Nation. Can I get a thumbs up for that? Let's get them likes up as y'all come in here. Can you please hit the like button? I just got in the house from Fiserv Forum in front of friends and family, watching this beating. They had to get whooped like this for what happened last night because we didn't play for real last night. We had to take it out on the Pelicans. And I don't want to hear no excuses. Brandon Ingram was playing. Zion was playing. And McCullough was playing. And they got the hell kicked out of them. So no excuses. And we did all this without Middleton. I'm just saying. We did all this without Middleton. Dame looked more like a point guard today. He had 9 assists. That's what we're saying. Middleton don't need to be handling the ball at all. Middleton need to be catching, shooting, or coming off the bench. Middleton does not need to be handling the ball. Did y'all see how smooth things look today with ball movement and all of the good things that we would wanted we saw today? We even got contribution from Pat Connaughton today. And then I knew it was up. I saw Beasley get a steal and a dunk. I'm like, oh, they can't come back. Beasley making a defensive play. Y'all in trouble. Y'all in trouble. Beasley making a defensive. Well, I saw Beasley make a defensive play today. Salute to him. This was just a great bounce back performance in a back-to-back. I'm really proud of what I saw today. We were clicking on all cylinders for pretty much the second quarter on. And in the second half is when we really took off. And that's what I was glad to see because yesterday we hit a wall in the third quarter. Today we played exceptionally well. It was good to see Andre Jackson Jr. get some consistent minutes. It was good to see Beauchamp actually get in the big game and he started scoring immediately. This was just a great team performance. Campaign played well. Everyone played well today. There's really nothing you can complain about today. We played well as a team today. This is a great team performance by the Bucks. Let's get to the numbers. The Bucks beat the hell out of the Pelicans at Fiserv Forum in front of friends and family. Never forget. 141 to 117. Always a good sign just off the bat. If I see that the team shot less than 50%, I'm already feeling confident. Zion got 23, but these 7 free throws, a lot of those were bogus. Brandon Ingram had a lot of bogus free throws. He had 26. Valanciunas had 13 and 10. They didn't really do nothing. Then nobody do nothing. These free throws were atrocious. For them to shoot almost 40 free throws, that's the only reason they didn't get blown out by 50 is because the refs was giving them all them calls. We should have blew them out by 50. They had no business being in this game with us. We was cooking them. They were only 9 to 23 from three, but the 28 for 36 from the free throw line kept them in the game. They only had 20 assists, 14 turnovers. I mean, we just played better than them in all facets today. All facets. Good to see Jay Crowder. He played 22 minutes, gave us 5 points and some good defense. Giannis with another great game, 30 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, only 1 turnover. Awesome to see. Brook had a strong performance. Man, Brook, he had a bounce back performance. Brook Lopez, 8 of 11, 6 of 9 from 3. Very impressive. 3 rebounds. That's ridiculous still, Brook. You're 7 feet, 3 rebounds is crazy. He did have 24 points plus 29, the highest on the team. Dame, 7 of 14 from the field. Very efficient. 3 of 7 from the three-point line. 9 of 10 from the free throw line. 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, no blocks, no turnovers, plus 23, 26 points for Dollar. Beasley had an off shooting night, 1 of 7, 8 points, but he did make a nice little defensive play in the game, so I'm going to give him that. Bobby P is probably the MVP today. He got it cooking early. It really helped us extend the lead. Bobby played 22 minutes, had 20 points, 9 of 15, 2 of 5. Bobby was electric tonight offensively. Shout out to Bobby. These are the games when you see Bobby, it's hard to want to trade Bobby. But then you look at his defense, you're like, damn. It's like the yin and the yang with Bobby. It's literally like the yin and the yang with Bobby. But nonetheless, I think this was a good performance by the Milwaukee Bucks through and through. I mean, we shot 56%, ladies and gentlemen. 44% from 3, hit 23s, 19 of 25 from the line. 30 assists. I always tell y'all, we get 30 assists, we're going to win the game. They hit that mark, 30 assists, 12 steals is very impressive. And only 9 turnovers collectively as a team. This was a dominating performance by the Milwaukee Bucks today. Dominating performance. I'm proud, and this is another playoff team that we just beat. Keep that in mind. And points in the paint, they only outscored us by 8 with 48. So that's even a step in the right direction. This was just a virtuoso performance by the Bucks. We dominated these dudes. They didn't have a chance come second half. We put a foot on the gas and then our foot on their throat, and we got them up out of here. This is the type of this was another reason why this game was impressive is once we got up by like 15, we never looked back. We sustained that lead, and the reason we sustained that lead is because the bench kicked in. The bench kicked in today with Bobby with 20, and then Campaign had 11, Pat had 5. They played well today. This just as a team, they played well. I put the link in the chat so y'all can hop on the live, but I'm very impressed with this win. I did notice though in the chat that there was no Dame congratulation or nothing like that. I just know if he was shooting off, y'all would have been on his helmet. It's just very interesting sometimes. Very interesting. Shout out to Bucks Nation. Let's get to some of these comments real quick. Shout out to the best chat on YouTube. Best Bucks platform on YouTube. You here. Hit that like button, y'all. Don't be stingy. I promise it won't come out of your paycheck. Just to hit the like button. Let other Bucks fans find the content. Salute to y'all. Let's get to these comments section though. Let me see who we're in. I see you, Robert Brooks, Patricia, Stacy, Janet, MOC, Mr. Priceless. I see y'all in here. Brandon. I see you, Eliza, AJ. I see y'all. John Jackson, my man. What's good? My man Brandon tapped in, said shout out to the Best Bucks Nation and Best Bucks YouTube chat. Yes, sir. Salute, salute. We got my man Gibson tapping in here. Let me get a couple of these comments, Gibson. I'm going to tap you right in, sir. Brandon Carter said Prunty did an amazing job. He's looking solid right now. Definitely looking solid. John Jackson said when the bigs go up big, they stop taking the game seriously. Yeah, that's true. But I think we finished strong, though. We finished strong today. Stacy said, Mr. Priceless, salute. Laughing out loud. The team definitely manages well without a facts. Facts. Stacy said, best chat on YouTube right here. Boys look good tonight. So do we trade Chris if we can get something? Definitely. Eliza, what up, Eliza? Hey, that game was nice. Yeah, this was a solid game. No, nothing to complain about. Patricia P coming in here with the stats early. 56% from the field, 44% from three. Get them out of here, the Pelicans. Put them in a backwood. Let's go, Bucks. Had to go ahead and put the Pelicans. Hey, Pelicans, this happened to you because of what happened last night. That's why this happened to y'all tonight. This wasn't y'all fault. Y'all probably didn't even deserve to get beat on like this, but because we was lazy last night, we had to make an example out of y'all. So don't feel bad. Whoever we would have played tonight was gonna get steamrolled. It wasn't just y'all. But thank y'all for coming and laying down like that, though. Salute to y'all. Janet MOC, I want us to play like that all the time. It's a mindset. That too. I agree with that, Janet MOC. I agree with that. Mr. Priceless says Chris slows the offense down. Don't get me started on the defensive end. I'm telling y'all, just to be respectful, Chris need to come off the bench. When he's not trying to run the offense and trying to think he a PG, we look way better. Did you see the ball movement today? Nothing stagnant. Everybody was getting their looks. Hey, I done told y'all about Chris Middleton ad nauseum in the offseason, so I'm not going to harp on it. I know that Giannis man and the chance of him being traded are slim to none. Saul Callie said, I wonder if AG watching these games. You wild for that. Oh, Robert Brooks says, Stacy, yeah, we need to be trading Middleton. Look how good we look without him. Imagine turning that $30 million into a younger athletic guy at that position. Salute, Mr. Yeah, salute Robert Brooks. Let me tap in my man here. I'm gonna get to these comments, but we gotta tap in the Bahamas here. Represent Gibson Nicholas, our very own. Let's go.
Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace, peace, peace. Salute to the best chat in YouTube. Salute to all the fans in the chat. Everybody, love, love, and blessing. Amber, I have no complaints, man. I enjoy the game. I sit back and I cross my leg like $1 million. Like what I tell Robert, I feel like $1 million right now. We made a statement game out of them, and I love the press conference with Doc. I watched that, man. Listen here.
He's dialed
Doc
in.
said he ready. He ready. He is ready. Doc is ready. He is ready. That break what he had, that off what he had in the broadcast, man. Listen, Doc is well rested, well
Yeah.
motivated.
Hey,
He's ready to prove.
y'all see the move that Gibson in today, right? Gibson is a completely
Boy,
different
listen,
human being today.
boy,
Shout out to
Amber,
Gibson. Go ahead.
I
Go.
know, I know that. Hey, change coming. Change is coming. We ain't gonna stay with the same. I don't want people to think that we're gonna stay with the same roster. No, no, no.
Oh no,
And he
no,
talk well.
no. That's a wrap.
And he talk well. He talked well on the young guys because he said he said one of those young guys is gonna have to help us. I know who the young guy is. I know exactly. We all know who that is. But Amber, listen, y'all, I ain't got nothing but love. I excited. Man, I happy we get this win tonight. My boy played good tonight. Dane played well. We gotta congratulate him, give his flowers. And
They
we
don't want to
also
do
gotta
that though. They're not gonna do that. But go ahead, Gibson. They're not gonna do that.
we also gotta give Lopez a round of applause, Portis a round of applause. Even we gotta congratulate the bench would come out with play with urgency tonight. Let's give the
But
bench a shout out. They ball out
whenever
tonight.
I agree with you, Gibson. Whenever the bench plays well, we play well as a team. We got to keep it real. The bench, when you get production from Bobby, from Campaign, we're a completely different team. Instead of relying on our on our star players, we look so much better when we're balanced. You got Campaign hitting threes, Connaughton hitting some threes, Bobby playing well, Beauchamp scoring, Ajax playing good defense, and the way the NBA refs are handling Andre Jackson Jr. is criminal. It's
Oh,
criminal
it's
what they doing to Andre Jackson Jr. out there. That ain't right on any level.
no.
That ain't right. They are doing Andre Jackson Jr. dirty, these refs, for real, for real.
Hey, Amber, I believe with the mindset we play right now, what we playing now, it was all because how some of the players, when I was reading the article, they reached out to Doc and said, man, they excited. They very excited. Man, listen here, everyone, I want everybody who was putting the bad mode and saying all these negativity about Doc Rivers. We need them to keep that same energy now. Don't switch it. They can hold that energy. When he proved them wrong in the playoff and he get the Bucks there, we don't need nobody saying he's no. We need them to keep that same energy. Keep the same energy. Don't come in the chat say, oh, we didn't. No. The media, they need to keep that same energy they have because they ain't want to talk how bad the Clippers destroyed Boston. Like they ain't want to mention that Boston can get a pass. Let it was the Bucks. They
Keep
want
it.
to
Keep
crucify
going.
us. They
Keep
wanted to
going.
crucify us. So we want the media and all the haters who come in this chat but don't belong in this chat, watching to see what all the Bucks making so they can go put it out there to paint a narrative about us. No. We turning this around. This year is our year to redeem ourselves, Sidama. This
Talk
year
to him,
is
Gibson.
I down with it. I on board with Doc 100%. I don't care what nobody say. I down with Doc. I am down with him because he come in the day at that press conference with the right mindset. He said a
Mm-hmm.
lot of beautiful, and I was amazed with what he said today, Amber. He didn't ask no silly question, give no silly answer. He answered correctly. He ready. He is ready. I
He's
tell you, Bucks
prepared.
Nation.
He's prepared.
This Bucks team, this Bucks team after All Star breaks, Amber, we can be on another level. We can hit another level. We can hit another level. And you think everyone think that Boston could be the top? I don't think so, Amber. New York think that they're the powerhouse? Not yet. They ain't seen nothing yet. They ain't seen nothing yet. Rivers is going to bring out the best out of Dame and Giannis. Watch and see, Amber. Watch and
I
see. You
agree.
can come back. You can tell me say I know it because I see it. 'Cause, man, he said this the best he ever had in his life. You have a time to coach Giannis and damn, oh man, come on, man. Who other coach in the league would turn that opportunity down to coach two future Hall of Famers? Man, yeah, wow, I just amazed. I ain't have that but love. That's all. I in a good mood right now. No complaints. I enjoyed the game, man. I ain't got nothing but love on, but that's all I got to say.
Yeah, it was just
And
good to see, just to piggyback on what you were saying, Gibbs. It was just good to see the ball movement. Also, like I was mentioning earlier, the spacing defensively. If you notice, they're not crowding the player, but they're also not too far off. It's kind of like a weird, almost like a pseudo zone that they're playing now. And that's making things a lot tougher. Brook is the only thing that I'm seeing he's not getting right away is he needs to step up further in the paint. He's
right,
allowing people to penetrate too deep. If he can step up a little bit, we would be even better defensively in this type of scheme that we're
right,
playing right now. But Brook, he can't time it right. He does. It's like I don't know what it is. But you see somebody come, all he needs to do is move 2 full steps forward. It would change everything from allowing people to get in with those floaters and all of that. It's just I think it's just little things that need to be tightened up besides obvious roster changes that need to happen. It's just a few things that need to be tightened up. But I like the defensive scheme that we're playing right now. This kind of it's kind of like a man zone kind of thing where you kind of just guarding an area versus a person, if that makes sense.
um, hey, Amber, by you saying that, right? I just want to ask you this before I forget. So, are the Milwaukee Bucks organization keeping Joe Prunty or are they letting him go?
I
Who you would
haven't
like
heard
to find?
anything yet. I don't want to misspeak. We
Okay,
haven't
okay,
heard
okay, okay,
anything yet, but I would assume that he would stay. I
okay.
would assume just because of how long he's been around in the relationship that he has with the players. So I'm assuming that
Right,
he will stay. And he's also shown good for himself being an interim coach too. He's shown
right,
Prunty's
right.
shown his Prunty's already shown he's a better coach than Griffin.
Oh, automatically,
I
automatically.
mean,
I said
just
that
I
in
mean, no disrespect. I don't want to kick this man while he's down, but all I'm saying is you can just see by the small things Prunty has done that he's already a more seasoned coach than Griffin was.
yes,
We just
yes,
got to
yes,
keep it real. There was
yes. You right.
if you didn't understand why he got fired, now you're seeing it. Now you're seeing it. This team looks
Right.
completely different under
Yes.
the assistant coach.
Yes, you right, you right. Facts, facts. Because if we keep Prunty and those two staff with those two assistants with Doc, man, it'll do wonders for us. Because it'll do wonders. I love what I see from Bronte, man. He's a very good. He did well, and Bucks Nation, let's give him his flowers tonight. He did
Right.
very well. He did very well. So
And
we
I
have
liked
to
his
give him that
rotations too,
credit.
Gibson. Talk about his rotations. I thought
Yeah,
his rotations were good as
yeah,
well.
excellent. He make sure everybody catch a rep. He make sure everybody had fun tonight. He make sure everybody. I love what I'm seeing from our team right now. I am happy. Like with my boy Robert Smith, I feel like $1 million right now. I feel like $1 million right now. Brandon Carter, peace and love to you, my brother. Peace and love. Peace and love, Brandon Carter. Peace and love to you. The floor is all yours, Brandon. I turn over the floor to Brandon now, but I turn over the floor to him.
Hey, that's why I'm quiet. Go ahead, Brandon.
What's up, y'all?
What up? What up?
Hey, we are heading
Hey,
easy
you
right
got to pull
here.
the camera back, man. It was like Blair Witch Project. You got to pull the camera back a little bit. There we go. There we go. There we go. Go ahead, Brandon.
Hey, we got this done tonight. Because anyone playing this that game, I think some changes coming. Changes are coming.
I know that. I know that. I know change is coming, Brandon.
And also, I watched Top press conference.
Mm-hmm.
He said all the right thing.
I know. I told you. I know. He said a lot of amazing things.
The thing I like to add with Doc is the eye contact and the body language. You can tell that he understands what's on the line for him, his legacy, and his career. Do you get what I'm saying? He was saying the right thing, but when you looking at him in the reading the body language, he is ready to prove everyone wrong. You can see it in his
Yes,
demeanor. If that make if y'all get what I'm saying, you can see
he
like he
lost
wants
it.
this. He wants to prove the people wrong. You can see it, the intensity. And I hope the players understand and give him the respect that he needs to get them where they need to go. Because I do think Doc has the skills to get us to the championship and to get another banner in Fiserv Forum if the players buy in. We do have to keep
Yeah,
that in consideration. For everything to work, the players need to buy into the system. As long as they
correct,
buy in, I think we'll be fine. Go ahead,
correct,
Brandon.
correct.
And also, are we still, I think we still gonna make a move. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, 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 yeah.
John,
Mm-hmm.
John Moore, they cooking up something.
Oh yes, yeah, yeah. Something's cooking.
He done in the lab. He waking something in the lab, Brandon. He waking on something. It would be very amazing too, Brandon and Amber, if we could get a player like Bruce Brown. If we could get a player like Bruce Brown, or Bruce Brown would very good too. But I like what I see from the team tonight. But the one thing what I don't like with Marjan tonight, but he just needs to be more focused. He just looked a little bit confused tonight. That's that he just not all the time, but just a little bit confused. So once he get that figured out, he'll be good to go.
I
Because I
don't know if
love
he's
the
gonna get
performance.
that figured out in the Bucks uniform, unfortunately. I'm just
So
he's one of
Hey,
our few real assets though, Gibson and Brandon. I have a feeling he's gonna be included in some trades. I really feel that way.
I think I'm gonna give Marjan a chance to shine.
They
yeah.
might be showcasing Marjan low key. It might just be
Because
showcasing. No,
we cannot
seriously.
trade Marjan. We can't.
Uh, we can't have it all. We can't have it like our cake and eat it too. We can't be firing coaches and get mad at who we hire next. We can't. We got to. You know what I'm saying? We have to. It has to be some form of balance. It has to be a form
So
of
we got
balance. So I think we
uh
gotta
uh
take that one with a grain of salt. I feel you, Brandon, but I feel like that one we gotta take a little bit of grain of salt, bro.
I know. A lot of people want. This is why we cannot trade Bobby.
But that
But
I'm
I
no
don't
no
know
no
if
no.
Bobby has that
no,
because he's a fan favorite.
no it makes it difficult when he plays like he played tonight. It makes it very difficult to want to trade Bobby P. But if you pay attention to the defense, it make you be like,
Oh, you don't play
but he's
defense. Bobby don't play
electric
no defense.
offensively. He is electric offensively. When Bobby get it going, he can get it going on all three levels, from the 3-point line, mid range, post. Bobby, when his bag is going, oh, Bobby's a pleasure to watch play basketball when he's in his bag. A pleasure to
He's
watch
a
play
poster.
basketball.
So he's a poster
I
player.
agree.
He's a poster player.
No, yeah, and but one thing I do want to mention, and it still bothers me, is I know Brook was hot from three tonight, but I still would love to see him in the post more. I would love to
Right.
see him being in the post more. I get it. I get it. He was hitting threes. I know. I get it. But for me, I just think he would be better suited being more in the post. We have enough 3-point shooters. He can get 20 a game in the paint.
Yes.
He
Correct.
could
You're
get
right on
20 a
that.
game. Nobody's in the paint anymore like that. He still has post moves. Why not? If you would cause the defense to collapse and he could kick it out to people for open threes. It's just such a simple philosophy that people go away from just to just be chucking threes all the time. It's
Yep.
ridiculous.
I think when Doc goes on Monday, he's ready. You know Doc is ready. Because I think Doc said they will figure it out. And also, that everyone go buy into Doc's system.
I would think they would. I would hope so. I would think they will buy into the system. I'm with you. They have to at this point. You just got a first year coach fired halfway through the season. You have to buy in. I mean, you have to buy into the new system. How can you not after you did something like that?
Right.
I would hope so at least. Let me say I hope so.
Also,
Yep.
also, Doc said he wants to prove everybody wrong. Also, that being said, he's all about winning.
Correct. Correct.
We all know about this playoff experience. But at least he can coach the Bell Howard talent and the young too. So it's a must-win situation.
I agree. But that's why we have to see how things pan out though too though, Brandon and Gibson with these trades because depending who we trade, that could impact the team dramatically. It could impact the
Right.
team
Right.
dramatically. So I think we just I'm glad Doc is here, but to really get a true feel, we know players are moving. I think we'll know where we are with this team after the trade deadline, because then we'll know what our
Right.
real roster is. Because I
Right.
do think
Right.
I think some players are gonna want to come here off the buyout market. I do think we'll make some trade. We could kind of almost do not like a reset, but kind of like a soft reset and
Right. Right.
shore up the bench or get another starter. A move is coming, so it's just to see how whenever that move happens, how it impacts our team. And I do think it will be a 3-team trade. I don't think it
Right.
just be
Right.
the Bucks and Atlanta if it's for DeJounte Murray. I think it'll be multiple teams involved for us to get where we want. And I think that's what might be occurring now behind the scenes is trying to get a third team involved to make somebody to make the trade work or make the numbers make sense. I wholeheartedly know that there's a trade coming. It's just to make the numbers make sense and maybe leveraging. Hey, we don't want to trade so and so, but we'll give you this. And I think that's really what's going on. But the trade is happening, so I want Bucks Nation to be patient till the actual trade deadline, so we know the type of team that we actually have before we start putting out judgment or ridiculing or passing any judgment on Doc. Let's see what our real roster is that's going to be going into the playoffs because that'll be different because I do think that we're gonna get a makeover here soon. This team is definitely getting a makeover. So we got to see how that impacts the team. Like I said, I'm 70% sure it's probably gonna be Murray, but we'll see. I feel 70% sure it's gonna be Murray. It's just making the terms make sense for both teams or the third team involved in this process. But it's
Right,
definitely happening. It's not just gonna be Doc in the same roster. That I assure you.
right.
No. No. It would be good too if we could get a player like Royce O'Neal or one of Dorian Finney-Smith them too.
You know
No.
what? I was talking to my brother about both of them. Neither one of them is better than Jay Crowder.
So
I'm just
we
keeping it
gotta
real. They would be size, but neither one of Finney Smith or Royce O'Neal is better than Jay Crowder right now. And I don't think either one of them is better than Ajax. I would want somebody who can at least, all they are younger PJ Tuckers.
Right,
At
right,
best. At best.
right.
So I don't, they wouldn't move the needle for us. I wouldn't want to, I mean, is Royce O'Neal or Finney Smith really an upgrade from Pat? Is it really an upgrade?
Nah,
Not
I rather,
really. That's why I'm
I
saying
rather,
sometimes we got to look at these trades like, is this really gonna move the needle? Like you get DeJounte Murray in some way that's gonna move the needle for this team. It's gonna make us a
yeah,
better team. You know what I'm saying? You get Royce O'Neal and Finney Smith, they're just fillers. You know what I'm
right.
saying? They're literally just fillers. They'll come in for a few minutes. They're not gonna impact the game like that. But
Right.
our defense was so bad before, we just needed anybody that could play defense, which is why the Royce O'Neal and Finney Smith became a thing, because we weren't playing defense at all. But just look at what happened with this team with the same roster, with just some minor tweaks to the defensive scheme. We look a hell of a
Mhm.
lot better. That's
Yep,
why we were saying in this chat in multiple weeks and months with this team is that you have to scheme to your players. You know what I'm saying? That you can't. You have to, whatever your scheme is, it has to be around the players that you have, not just some flat system. And that's what was the problem with Griffin. Griffin was trying to institute a system that that we didn't have the type of players to work, and he wasn't able to adjust. Prunty saw was wrong and just made minor tweaks. And even our
yep,
defense right now is night and day better than the defense that we've seen earlier this year from this team. Night and
yep,
day.
yep.
The spacing,
Right.
it all makes sense now. The only thing, like I said, I want to see is Brook Lopez not dropping so deep in the paint and
Right.
challenging shots sooner. It's like he put his hand up after the shot is up. It's real weird. I don't know. Like, is he like a shot boxer? You see it, but you don't got the electricity to make it happen. I don't know, but it's very weird when he does that. If Brook can get his timing down and just step up a little bit more in that drop coverage, our defense would be what it used to be almost. It'd almost be verbatim. And that's kind of what Prunty brought back, a similar type of Bud type of defense. And that's why I think
Yep.
the players are reacting better to that,
Right.
because it's a more of a scheme they're comfortable with, just with a minor tweak. So that's all Doc needs to come into and add his adobo to the meal. You know what I'm saying? Or sazon. That's all he need to do is come in with the sazon and an adobo. You know what I'm saying? And we should be good to go. After we make these upcoming moves, we should be good. That's just, I'm just keeping it real. That's what it should be. Prunty done already showed you a little something. He didn't set the
Yeah.
table. He didn't set the table. Now Doc need to come in there and make the meal and make it taste good too. Straight up. Doc, this is it, bro. The pressure's on. Hey, the pressure's
Question.
on. We gotta be
Question.
real. This is Doc's last stand as an NBA head coach. If this do not work, he will be on ESPN forever. Forever.
Question right now, bro. I love I have to give credit where it's due. I love what I see tonight from Giannis and Dame.
Mm-hmm.
Giannis didn't have the ball in his hand much tonight. I saw most throughout the game. Dame
Hey,
had the ball in his hand.
I get a step out. I step back in later.
Okay, that's all good. All right then. All right, see you,
All
Brandon.
right. All right, Brandon. Hey, I love what I saw from Giannis tonight. He let Dame run the point, and he just was coming on, and they was fine. That's what I love from him. That's what I wanted. That's all what I want.
I'm
Prunty
not
did
gonna say
something.
nothing because I'm a Dame apologist, allegedly, so I'm gonna let you talk. All that I said is I didn't notice not a one positive Dame comment in the chat during this game. Not one, bro. Not one. Not one. But
so,
it's all good. I get it. I get it. But go ahead,
so,
Gibson.
so I love what I see. I love what I see, and man, Prunty, he surprised me, man. He surprised me. I wasn't expecting him to do like what you said, all the major tweaks. What he did, man, he surprised me because that shows right there. Not showing no shades at Griffin or nothing like that, but just to
Mm-hmm.
show you that Griffin didn't know what he was doing. Griffin didn't know what he was doing. Let's be honest, Bucks Nation. Griffin did not know. Just look at the comment with somebody put here down. Look at the comment. Look at the comment down. All right, then. Even for man, it's just to show you, but he didn't know what he was doing. Bronte come right there, get the guys together, get control of the locker room. He get control of it.
Salute
Oh
78.
man,
Yeah,
wow, it's wow.
a completely different
That's not
team, night and day. Same roster. The same roster. Defense looks way better.
right.
Coaching matters. What do we find out now, Gibson? Coaching matters. It's not always about the players. Coaching
It's about the
matters.
coach.
Coaches put you in a position to be effective and get the
So
best out of your
right,
skill set. That's what made Bill Belichick awesome in football. He got the best out of your skill set. That's what made Popovich a great coach. That's what makes any coach a great coach. You maximize someone's potential.
right,
And we're not the best defensive team. We're older, but for what we have, they're maximizing the potential in the scheme. That's all we
right.
were asking from Adrian Griffin, to scheme around the type of players we have. They have some
That's all.
ability. It's crazy.
That's all it was. So I think I'm a as I was reading that Doc will make his Milwaukee Bucks debut Monday against Denver. So I am very excited. So and he said that he going to have shoot around with the guys at the facility so they could see what we need to work at. So I am very excited to what he's bringing to the team. And as a coach who's been coaching with 20 something years, he know what he's doing and he look ready because he ready. He have something to prove. Doc Rivers have something to prove, especially how Philadelphia did him, how they just fired him like that without even giving him a second chance.
Yep.
He have something to prove against them. And what someone said earlier in the article I was reading, they say it ain't Doc was the problem in the Bucks Nation. It was James Harden and Joel Embiid would quit on Doc. It wasn't Doc Rivers who was the problem, but the person said he get two superstars, what he ain't gonna choke on him because Giannis then been to the finals and he put Milwaukee on his back. If Giannis have to put that team on his back, he can do it because ain't no way, Amber, Giannis and Dame could reach to the final. You up 3-1 to choke on that. No, they ain't gonna let that happen. Dame
No,
saying this is
this is a
the
different
chance.
team. No. I agree with you, Gibson. This is a different team. No.
This is a different team. So I waiting when Doc then make it that you would like for Stephen A. Smith and all the haters who is criticizing him to give that man a public come out in public live and apologize to that man and make sure that the Milwaukee Bucks get their respect. Get their respect. We need to be fair. I can set this record straight tonight. We need the media to stop hating on Milwaukee and put right where right is and wrong where wrong is. If a team like Boston, for example, play bad, get beat by 40, they need to come out on live television and admit that team get beat by 40. Don't start pushing the narrative on the Bucks when they get beat. Oh, look at it. No. Let's be even. Let's be fair. Let's be honest. Let's do that. Let's give right where right is and let's give credit where credit is due. Why they can get a pass and we and the others crucifiers? They get beat bad tonight from the Clippers. You don't hear nobody saying the media quiet, but let it be in the Bucks. It'll be all over national television, right? Why they want to do that? That's Stephen A. Smith. That snake at that snake at 46. That Bucks hater.
What?
I wish I praying the Bucks get his New York Knicks in the first round so we can put them out and make a statement out of them so I could see what he would have to say. What he would have to say. What he would have to say. I come this for him after our team win that championship in 2021. He still wanted to discredit Giannis. He still wanted to discredit Giannis. Why? Hating on Giannis because Giannis didn't go to New York to play in your big city. You hating on him? Come on, man. Let's be fair. If the man choose not to want to go there, you can't criticize the man for not going to New York. He don't like big markets. He is comfortable in Wisconsin. He is comfortable
He's
down there.
styling,
He is
ladies and
comfortable
gentlemen.
down
Get the likes up. Gibson is styling right
there.
now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Please get the
right.
likes up, Bucks
just
Nation.
hate. I just hate. I as a Bucks fan. I love the Bucks. That's my team. I was a Bucks fan from Brandon Jennings was there. From Michael
Okay.
Red used to play there. That was my team because you remember when Brandon Jennings come there and he dropped 55 on
Yeah,
Stephen Curry.
yes, yes.
Nobody never they never mentioned that. Nobody never mentioned that when he put 55 and he couldn't miss that game. He wasn't
I
missing.
remember
He
that.
wasn't missing.
I might
So
even
why?
been at that game.
Why we can't get the respect like the other team? Denver's get a pass. Why do Milwaukee don't never get a pass? We always have to be penalized. All that we have to be penalized. Why? So we just want them to bring this up so they could show on live television how the Bucks destroy the Pels with Brandon, with Zion, and McCollum. Bring that up. Show the facts. Don't run around and turn it off. When we beat Boston by 40, they turn it off. They turn it off. So that's all I want them to be, man. Let's be honest with the team. Give Giannis the respect he deserves. The man is a champion. He ain't no scrub. He ain't no bum. He have a championship. Two basketball MVP, a finals MVP. Why are they trying to put him on the same levels as Embiid? Giannis on a total different level. Giannis done been to the finals. He don't know what it is to win on the big stage. Embiid ain't do that as yet. Stop trying to compare them. Giannis is a champion. He ain't no scrub. They need to get this thing wrong. They need to fix that. Don't compare the Greek freak to Embiid. Embiid is a playoff choker. Giannis ain't no choker. So Stephen A. Smith I is get tired of them. Bada is calling to address him. He stop hating on the city. So why? Why you hating on Milwaukee? Giannis built that city the way it is. We get a new arena in Fiserv is because of Giannis. When you remember when we used to play in the Bradley Center? It's because of Giannis came down there and changed the landscape of
He's talking.
Milwaukee. The
He's
players,
talking.
the one come down there. Come on, man. Why can we not give the man the respect? I all about the Giannis need to get his respect. I need for the media to come off the man's back. That's all I want. Get off his back. Give him his respect. Every night he could drop 30 easy. Every night. Come on, man. Why the man is not even leading the MVP race? He's not even leading the MVP. Wow. Ridiculous. I know. What else can the man do? What else you want him to do?
I'ma just say this. I'm a different type of person. I need hate is the fuel to my success. You
All
need hate.
right.
You need hate. And I think the Bucks should use the hate to fuel their success. That's the gas in my
Right.
tank. Anytime I'm not focused, I look for some hate to get focused. Hate that's 93 gas for me. You hate on me, that's 93 gas. I'm about to get going. You hate on me, I'm like,
Right.
okay. I'm not gonna even say nothing. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna show you. And that's what the Bucks should be like. Use the hate to fuel success.
Right.
Use that hate. Oh, y'all don't mess with us like that? All right, we gonna make y'all mess with us. How do we make y'all mess
All
with
right.
us? By winning. Just keep
Right.
winning. That's what people respect is winning. They're not gonna respect the real small market team, all that. That's cool. That's cool. We done already raised the banner already within the last couple years. That's cool. Okay. Now we start raising another banner. You have to take respect sometimes. It's not given. You just gotta take it. And that's what the Bucks don't quit asking for calls and doing that. Calls contact to make the calls obvious. Stop crying.
Right.
You have to change. If the environment isn't changing, you change the environment. This ain't working. Let me try something else. Hold on, we got
Right.
B Shack in here. Let me tap you in, B Shack.
Oh man, the legend, the
Right,
legend.
there he
Oh
is.
man,
There he is.
the legend of the chat,
Before
the
we
Tap
even
legend
get
of
in.
the
started, y'all get the likes up. Y'all see B Shack that tapped in. We got Gibson here. Let's get them likes up, ladies and gentlemen. We should be at close to 70 likes. Let's go, y'all. Now, without further ado, let's give the floor to my man B Shack. Go ahead, B
big
Shack.
chat.
Amara, what's going
What's
on?
going on, man?
What's happening, Gibson?
Peace and love,
What's
Bishak.
good?
Peace and love.
What's
I'm glad
good?
to see you, man. I'm glad to see you, Bishak. I didn't see you these couple of days. What's happening?
Hey, I put my email in the last chat, so y'all hit me up when y'all get a chance.
Okay.
All right, all right.
Listen, I am really, really excited, man. I'm really excited. The game tonight was awesome. The Bucks, it looked pretty good, man. They look inspired. They look renewed. Um, I'm especially excited after watching that press conference today.
Oh man.
Uh, man, the voice of experience, the voice of knowledge. You know, I was looking at John Horst. John Horst was looking at him like this, like John Horst was
he, could,
like, just
he,
listen to the
couldn't,
doc spit knowledge.
he couldn't
Uh,
believe it.
he just he's going to be able to turn this thing around. I mean, I say turn it around. I mean, they still have a great record, but he's going to have them looking like, you know, a championship level team again. I believe that with all my heart, man. Um, he said he already had conversations with Giannis and Dame, and one of the most interesting things, and maybe you guys already talked about it. He said he mentioned something to Giannis that Giannis used to do that they used to hate. In other words, something Giannis used to do that was effective that he hadn't seen him do in a long time. I don't know what that thing is,
Okay.
but he said Giannis did some of it last night. I mean, the previous game, and he liked
Okay.
it. So, um, I think Doc Rivers will come in, man, and he's going to get control of his locker room. He's going to get control of his team, and he's going to have these guys playing with some accountability. Because I think Giannis and the fellas have been running wild over Adrian
Yeah.
Griffin.
The inmates had control of the asylum. I
Yeah,
agree
and I
with
don't
that.
care how great of a superstar you are. I mean, you gotta be accountable, man. You just can't be doing stuff like sitting on the table and writing up plays on the bench and stuff like that. I mean, what's crazy about that is Giannis has always been somebody that, you know, being a European player, they revere their coaches. They don't question their coaches. They don't challenge their
Mm-hmm.
coaches. And for him to kind of, you know, act this way toward Griffin, man, it must have been really they must have really saw some really
Coming right.
real incompetence. I hate to say it, man. They must have really saw some incompetence uh to act out like that. So he said he asked the team, who are they? What's their identity? They said they didn't have an answer. They were like totally confused.
Mm.
So he's going to give them an identity. He said some things are going to change. He said they will be changing, and but he's going to take it slow. He's going to implement stuff really slowly, which I think is smart. Tweak here, tweak there. Just stop the bleeding on defense. And I
Mm-hmm.
think I think man, we just the change in attitude, just the change in mindset. I see a difference. I wasn't buying the narrative at first because I know these guys are high quality players, that they were being lazy and not hustling and stuff. But I think maybe some of it was true. I think they fell into some bad habits, man. And just for them to get, you know, reoriented and re-energized, you can see the difference.
I
You can
just
see the
want to say,
difference.
yeah, no, I agree with you, B Shot. I just want to say, like we were talking about earlier, I don't know if you heard, we are talking. The defense is similar, but just adjusted slightly has made a big difference. If you notice, no one is up on anybody. It's almost like it's a man to man zone kind of thing. So because we're slower and older, we're back a little bit, but not
Yes.
too far back to give you a free three, but good enough to where we could contest, or if you're driving, I can shuffle back enough where you can't just blow past me. And that's what
Yeah.
I've noticed these last few games, just a minor tweak. So we can get even some better players or even tweak that more. I think we're in a good space because the type of defense we're playing right now is top 15 defense, I think, by the end of the year. Because we're in the bottom tier now. But if the way we're playing at these last few games, we keep that up, that's a top 15 defense. And that's a type, if you're the top 15, you can win a championship with that defense. It doesn't necessarily have to be number one.
Well, that's the personnel you have. I mean, listen. One thing I've said over and over, and I think Magic Johnson said it, a lot of other people have said it. The compared to the rest of the league, the Bucks are fairly slow team, and so defensively, I think you have to sort of play back. You can't play that trapping defense,
Aggressive.
and then you overhelp, and then you don't get any help when people penetrate. And so I think that's smart. And I think if you're a slower team,
Mm-hmm.
if you're slow-footed, on offense, the way to speed up a slow-footed offensive team is with the pass. You move the ball, you whip the ball, you push the, you pass the ball up court, uh, as far as vertically, and then you get side to side moving the ball in the half court, and that's how you speed up your team when they're slow footed, and you cut hard. And so I think Doc, man, with this experience, and Doc said it, he said, I've seen it all. I've seen it all. How many, people talk about how many great players, how many players, top 75 players has he coached? He's coached guys in the top 75. So it's going to be a new day, and it's about time
By
because
the
our schedule is about to get a little stronger, a little tougher,
It's
and so
already strong.
we're gonna need that. And I heard a point that was made today, which I thought it was good. When you talk about, well, why make the change now? Uh, Someone said when you get in the playoffs, it's just not the competition against the players; it's the competition against the coaches. You can't have Griffin going up against Spoelstra and my man and Denver
Masula and Masula and Boston.
and
Nick Nurse.
Nick Nurse. I mean, he's going to get cooked. He would have got
oh,
cooked. He would have got
he gonna get
coach
toast.
circles around. And even if we would have went into that, I mean, got into the playoffs, and top 3 seed, we would get out coached. And so I think they said, listen, we need to make a decision quick because we got to give the new coach time to ramp up,
Facts.
and we need to be on at least a level playing field in the playoffs. And I don't want to hear all the stuff about Doc's 3-1 record. At least he got the three. He got 3 wins in the playoff game, man. He just needed that one, and he never had closers like he has now. He needed
Thank you, B Shack.
closers.
Thank you.
When you have 3-1 leads, you need closers that can close the door. You know what I mean? You know
Thank
what
you.
they said in that movie Glenn Gary Ross? Listen, don't eat no coffee. Coffee's for closers. Coffee's for closers. We got
Uh,
closers.
Oh, hey Jeff, we only see the top of your head. Like, put the camera down, sir. All right, now tap in, Jeff. How you feeling, sir?
Well,
What's going on in the
I'm
OC?
feeling good. I like it. Like this good win without K Mid.
Yes, sir.
It's very good,
Mm-hmm.
and it's good to see that the Fawns got some play tonight.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
played pretty decent, but they got. Why did they try Robin out there?
Showcasing it. They
They got
showcasing
to
it.
get their play. They got to get their games in now
Yeah, they are
because when
showcasing it.
Doc comes,
Mm-hmm.
when Doc comes,
Now it's on
But
over. That one over.
I got a
this
real
was a
topic
good
to bring up
solid
with y'all.
win.
I
The
got a
best
real topic
defense
to
I've
bring up
seen them
with you. Let
play
me
all
ask you
season.
first, Jeff. Let me ask you first.
right, Jeff?
Okay,
What do we do with Chris Middleton? Let's have a real conversation here. What do we do with Chris
I still
Middleton?
I still say have them start, but keep the ball out of his hands. Just have him
You're
as
not gonna.
a spot up shooter.
Oh
I don't.
man.
I can't see Middleton going for that. That's the
If he
problem.
want to win another, if he want to win another title, and that's what Doc want him to do, he got to do it.
What you think, B
Listen,
Shaq?
Doc has so much experience. He can go back and look at his other teams, and he can say that he can look Milton in the eye and say, "Listen, you're my Ray Allen. I
Mm-hmm.
want you to
Yep.
spot up. You know, you can cut baseline. You can go around whatever, and when you're open, shoot it. The ball handling,
There we go.
the usage that you have, I need to cut that and
Thank
transfer
you.
your usage over to Dame.
Right.
Yep.
Facts.
So
Facts.
Dame can
B-Shot.
get handle the ball more, take away some of your ball handling, okay? Don't take as much as Giannis is away, but take the majority of it from Chris. I think Chris is showing he's getting, as far as his legs, his feel is
See,
improving. It's getting stronger and stronger. But we got to cut off. We gotta stop with the turnovers, man, and the dribbling. Like, you ever see those little deers, man, when they're first born and their legs be all like this? Imagine what those baby deers trying to dribble the ball. That's what it be looking like, man. So that's my piece on that. I think I mean you give him a uh sort of a comp, right? His comp is Ray Allen. And he
okay.
may not be exactly like Ray Allen, but when he has that comparison in his head, it gives him an idea how Doc would want him to play.
Yeah. Ray Allen, Klay Thompson, spot up shooter.
Yeah,
DeMar
Yeah.
DeRozan.
Spot up
yeah,
shooter.
yeah.
And there's
That
nothing
should
wrong.
be
That's
his
no
role.
disrespect to Middleton. I just want to be clear here. We're not disrespecting Middleton. We're just looking at the best way to utilize Middleton's skill set. And I just think him as a shooter, he's a pure shooter. Mid-range, long, he's a pure shooter. Let's utilize that and less of the passing. Even when he be throwing passes and lobs at Giannis, they be a little off. I be scared Giannis gonna catch one of these lobs wrong. I just don't want him being the passer. That's just it. At the end of the day, I just want every once in a while is cool, but he can't, like, now when I see him, he's like, when somebody out of bounds, he asking for the ball. I'm like, no, sir. That's not for you, sir. You need to be down there at the 3-point line. What are you doing?
But you know something? I
And
don't
one,
think I don't think he lacks a handle. What I think the problem is, he Middleton is not fast.
At all.
And what happens is he tries to speed up, and he's at his max. He's like at his max trying to get the ball court, because he's a mid tempo player.
Right.
And when you're mid tempo and everybody else is moving fast, that puts your dribble at risk, at danger, because you moving slow and everybody else is moving fast.
He redlining. He redlining.
You
He
know,
redlining. So
Uh,
he
B,
redlining
B,
like a car. He got the
B-Shot.
gas
but Chris
on.
I,
can,
I,
but being a spot up
B-Shot,
shooter, Chris can clean up.
yeah.
B-Shot, I got a question for you. I got a question for Mr. B-Shot.
All right.
B-Shot, what I was telling Amber a little earlier yesterday at yesterday live, right? I would like to see the ball more in Dame hand. Our Doc is coming in. I don't think Giannis is going to be bringing up that ball anymore because it could be in Dame hand. Because if you look back at what he did in Philly, he had Harden bring up the ball more. We don't need, like you said it the last time you've been on the show, you don't need Giannis to be bringing up the ball. Now, with Giannis playing more off the ball, it draws less attention to him. Teams cannot build that ball because he don't have the ball in his hand. And he just make cut, run to the basket, and then find him. and feed him the ball down low in the low post.
Yeah,
Now
the
I can
the
see.
wall, the wall, the wall won't exist. If Giannis does not bring the ball up, there is no wall.
That's
There's no need for a wall, right? And
right.
so now Doc setting out the bag today. He mentioned that Philly hired Dame's shooting coach, and
Right.
he came this close to saying that we was trying to lure Dame to Philly.
Mm.
That's what he did. He said, well, he said, I'm not going to tell
I
you
know
what we was trying to do. And so we know he thinks highly of Dame. There is no doubt. There is no doubt he's going to put the ball in the Dame's hands. And there's no doubt he's going to start moving Giannis to strategic positions. First of all, they're going to be more pick and roll, first of all.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
he
that.
needs to get down mid post. He needs to he needs to work the lane. He needs to work the dunker. They got to move him around a little bit where he can still get the ball and go, right? Take one long step and be in the paint. And let's be I don't know if you guys listen to NBA on Sirius XM, but I got on there the other day because uh they
One
were
second, B shot.
uh Rick Camblin. I'm sorry.
One second. Let me just get this super chat. No strays
Yeah.
ENT. Appreciate you with the 4.99 super chat. As a Celtics fans, I gotta salute. He said, as a Celtics fan, I gotta salute Doc. He with us, Rivers. See y'all in the playoffs if y'all can survive having a 3-1 lead versus the Pacers. Peace. I gotta give you your credit, no strays, ENT. You consistent with the hate. I gotta give it to you. Salute to you. Go ahead, B Shock. I gotta get my. I had to
Yeah.
get.
Yeah. The guys were on there the other day and they were basically talking about the Bucks and they had a whole segment on the fact that uh why hasn't Giannis developed any skill over the last several years? Why hasn't he developed uh any of the skills as other superstar uh contemporaries have developed? They said not he's not a great player, but his skill package is so much lower compared to the others. So I got on
Hold on,
there and
hold on, B Shaq.
I went in on him. I caught up the show
Mm,
and I was like, yeah, do you know how y'all sound? How can a two-time MVP have no skill? Now I'm not saying he cannot improve, right? Because when he gets the ball in the middle, he like he has to pass it. He don't know how to dribble in the middle, pull up, and just shoot. It's I don't know why his development has been stunted in some ways, but I'm not going to say he has no skill. But I'm saying this: Giannis is going to have to continue to develop, and maybe Doc will help him get some pieces to his game that help him be more effective in that post area because there are a lot of shots there for him, but he does not have a from dribble straight to shot
mm.
uh option in his game right now. It's either if he goes in the middle, he has to look for someone to pass, and he doesn't shoot the mid-range unless he mechanically gets himself together and squares up. So
Okay.
that's missing in his game. And if he ever gets it,
It's a
and
problem.
Doc
It's a
is someone who
Now,
can
now
recognize
I've
that he
seen,
can.
now I've seen Giannis catch the ball and hit the mid-range jumper consistently. But if
Yeah, he has to have a lot of
if
space
he
though.
takes it in, if he takes it in, his mindset is to drive it in. But and when he can't get in there, and then he pull up for a jumper off the dribble, that's where he messes up. But if he
I
catch
think
and
it's a
shoot,
I think it's a I
he
think it's
hits
a
it.
confidence thing, man. I think he can do it,
Hmm.
but in his head, I think he does it in practice and in warm-ups. When he gets to the game, he just doesn't do it.
He wants to dominate the paint. He wants to drive it all the way in.
Hmm.
That's his mindset. But then when he pulls up, have to force to pull it up pull up the jumper, it's not there.
Hmm.
That's the
Yeah.
only thing I see that he doesn't
Mm.
have. But if he
So if
catches the
Doc,
ball and pull up a mid range, he'll hit that.
yeah. So I'm saying if Doc takes the ball out of his hand and says, "I don't need you to do all that dribbling," he's going to have to really maximize his scoring opportunities in the paint, in the lane. And so I think Doc maybe can bring some things out of him
Mhm.
which that he hasn't shown before. He hasn't, we haven't seen. And I think Doc can talk to him directly. My understanding, KG and Paul Pierce, when they had their podcast,
Mhm.
KG was like, "Yo, I hope Dame and Giannis are ready for Doc's going to be very blunt with them and very direct, but it's going to help them if they receive it."
Mm.
And so I think it's gonna be good for them if they follow his plan, his lead. But I'm looking forward to it, man, because I really think this team is a lot better when Dame can be Dame.
Hmm We saw that tonight.
Yep.
Yeah,
We
and
saw
playing
that
against
tonight.
playing against his ex teammate kind of got him kind of hyped.
Mhm.
You can tell. So, and people say, well, he hasn't been shooting well. First of all, man, Dame been fighting for his kids, man. Let's come on. That can really mess you up. All right.
Agreed.
Yep.
The other thing is when you don't know what your role really is, it'll impact your game. And Doc is going to clarify what everybody's role is going to be, and that's gonna be a
Yep.
big help today.
And I know one thing I'm waiting to see
Mhm.
is Doc bring out what Giannis learned from Hakeem Olajuwon
Yep.
down in the paint.
Yep.
I think Doc's going to bring that out
Yeah,
because
it's
we
Yeah.
definitely
possible. We'll
haven't seen
see.
it at all this season.
It's
It
just
it
because
it
Giannis is more comfortable being having the ball at the top of the key. Like that's just really what it is at the end of the day. He's more comfortable having that control where he brings it up, then he can survey and then make a decision once he surveys. So
So
that would be a
Marla, tell
huge
me.
adjustment. That would be a huge adjustment for Giannis to have to play off the ball. Huge adjustment.
So tell me this. How can you, if you do the same routine all the time before the game, same routine with your team, but you really don't play with. I've said this before. He don't like playing with other like pros or good players in the off season. That's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he says he does not watch basketball. When
Yeah,
he
that's
goes
crazy.
home, how you gonna get better unless you watch other players and scout other players? I'm sorry. People say, like I brought this up before, and Chidi was like, he don't need to watch anybody else or play with anybody else. Nah, nah. The pattern is you study the game and you study other
Yep.
players. If you went there,
Yep.
you went
Now
down there to watch
I heard that
Akeem.
I heard that he studied the game. He watched older players from players from the past. He don't watch any other players that's playing now.
Hmm.
That don't make
He
sense to
watches
me.
the
That don't make
old
sense.
games.
That don't make sense.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I think. Listen, LeBron and a lot of players say they watch basketball every time they get a chance because they're always learning. And if you're
Yep.
if people are saying that your skill set, you're just getting over athleticism and the fact that you've been blessed with this elasticity
Mm-hmm.
and long limbs, and that as you get older and your vertical starts to decrease and your
Yeah.
athleticism starts to decrease, you better develop a game. And I'm
Correct.
saying you need to watch and learn from some other players, man, because it's time for you. I said this before. I want Giannis to get another MVP, but they're not going to give him another MVP
Till
until they
he elevates.
see something new in this game. They're just not. And you can
Yeah.
see Embiid. You can see Embiid getting better. You've seen
Yep.
Jokic get better.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen a
Yep.
lot of these players, Tatum getting better. These players are not staying stagnant, they're getting better. And I want Giannis to get better as well because listen, you have about 5 more years of prime.
Yep. I agree with that.
And
Yeah.
he also needs to watch these players nowadays so he can know what to do to defend them.
Mm. There.
Yep.
That's a great point.
Yep.
Salute, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
There's not only that too, Jeff. Other players watch him. Other teams watch him how he get down in so they could
Yep.
build that wall for him. So they only say he got one spinning move. See, like Amber and Bishak and Jeff. What I want Giannis to do, I wanted him to play similar to the way Akeem Olajuwon played. Olajuwon never used to be shooting no dream. He stayed in the mid post. That dream shake, that spin move, that's what he need to play more in mid post. He don't need to be shooting no threes. No, down you can. You got shooters for
I
that. You
want
play
that
more
from
in mid
Brook.
post.
I want that from Brook too.
Right.
Brook don't
So
need
But
to be
let's
sitting
face
out
it.
there shooting threes.
But listen, if Giannis was able to shoot the three as well as Brook, I'd be okay with Giannis shooting threes.
Okay.
Yep.
If he could
Yep.
just shoot as well as Brook.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm a
Brook,
one question.
Brook is, Brook is Brook when he's hitting them, we're unbeatable. When he's
Yeah.
not,
It's bad.
and you're not rebounding, if you're not hitting threes and you're not rebounding, oh, we got a problem. We got a
And
problem.
you
Bishop,
I don't
not
mean to.
rebound.
I don't mean to change the subject, but did I see this right? Dame is the only one that's in the 3-point contest
Oh,
Oh,
I
I'm
this
didn't
not.
even know
year.
he was in it.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was in it. Yeah.
Yeah, they says Dame is in the 3-point shootout,
Okay.
What
and
happened to
they didn't say
Beasley?
nothing about Beasley.
Interesting. I would think
Bishop, I
Beasley
got
would be in it more than the
Yeah,
Lillard the way he been
Beasley
shooting.
Beasley's hit more than anybody this year.
Bishop, I got a question for you, Bishop. I got a question. Sorry to cut you off, Jeff. I got Bishop, and
Yes,
I
sir.
told him, but Jeff, I hope you see it. What a lot of people don't talk about, they need to give Doc Rivers credit when he had his time in Philadelphia. The way you see Tyrese Maxey is balling now, all that come underneath Doc Rivers. People forgetting about
That's a
that.
fact. Yep.
Not
That's true.
not only Maxey,
Yes,
Embiid,
sir.
Yep.
All right.
That's
Embiid
for
too.
real.
Embiid wouldn't be where he is if it wasn't for Doc.
Okay, so we have a chance. We have a chance that Doc Rivers will have
But
Giannis playing
but they have
better.
to understand. They have to understand that him being giving up 3-1 leads in Philly is all because of Harden quitting on him, Ben Simmons quitting
Amber,
on
what
him,
I told you?
Embiid
Amber,
getting
didn't I
hurt and
told you that
quitting
today,
on him.
Amber?
Y'all
I told you
spitting.
that
I'm
today,
quiet.
Amber.
Y'all spitting right now. Go carry
I
on. Y'all
told you,
spitting.
Jeff and
They
Bishop,
could have
I told
won if
Amber
they
that
didn't
today.
quit. If he didn't have to deal with head cases, they would have won something.
Right.
I
Told
think
you.
you might be right. You might be right. I mean, Ben Simmons thing was a mess, and that cast a shadow over the
Team. Yeah.
organization. But
Hmm
Doc Rivers mentioned the young guys. Now, Doc, he said we need at least one of those guys to help us.
Mm-hmm.
And I know who
One or
that
And
is.
two.
he kept saying one. He
One or
said
two.
maybe two, but
Right.
one. And
Ajax.
I really think
Ajax is the one that's
Marjan
really
might
gonna.
not be around, man.
Yep.
He scored
Ajax
like
is one
58
is who
points
he's talking about
in the
helping
G
out.
League.
Yep.
Yeah, Marjan looked good in the G League the last couple of games. He scored
Mm-hmm.
58 points because they said you're the number one option. He looked excellent. But here's the problem with Marjan, why he will never be a really effective NBA player. About 5 times he went to the hoop, playing in the G League, playing for the
Heard.
for the herd. When he got to the hole, there was little elevation. He was throwing the ball up here. Like he never lays the ball up right at the rim. It's like a long shot. Marjan cannot jump off 1 foot, y'all.
Mm.
He
Wow.
has to gather on 2 feet. That's why he's real suspect around the rim. That's why he gets a shot blocked a lot. You cannot
Interesting.
have a player when you've got speed on the fast break. You're running. Now you have to decrease in speed because you have to get your feet together to jump off 2 feet. It is a fatal flaw in his game. I don't
It's
want any
harder to do that.
player, huh?
That's way hard.
Yeah, I don't want any player that's got that type of limitation in their game, man. I'm telling you, it's
That's
you
like
go back and watch it.
that's like shooting a mini jumper instead of a layup.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I take
Wow.
Wow.
AJ any day. I take AJ any day. AJ did something tonight. He got in trouble, like in the lane, and a couple of dribble moves. I didn't know his handle was so
It's solid.
was so
Very
was so
solid.
was so nice at times. I mean, it's solid, but I mean he's got some finesse in his handle.
I agree. No, I completely agree with you.
And they just
Yeah,
came from a school that teaches it get everybody ready for NBA. Connecticut.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Well, I
That's
think
true.
I think Doc's got players out there that he likes that play with him, Thibault and I, past PJ or some other couple other players. I think Pat's got to go. Marjan's got to go.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron
Um,
Payne got to go too. Cameron Payne got to
who
go too. Cameron Payne. Cameron Payne. Cameron
campaign
Payne.
shot selection. I don't like his shot selection, man.
I agree with that.
His
He's kind of
shot
wild,
selection,
man.
his shot period is weird.
Very.
You know, that's weird. So that'll be
And he's
very,
not a
How
very
good
can you
passer.
shoot? How can you shoot sideways instead of shooting straight up forward?
Yeah, that it does look his whole it looked crazy. But he was hitting and he's been shooting at a nice clip from the three.
Jeff,
uh,
Jeff, Jeff. Check it
Yeah,
out. Doc got to say, Giannis and Thanasis, meet me in the office. I need to talk to y'all.
the
He
Nash is
said,
gone.
listen, Giannis, Thanasis, I need that roster spot. Thanasis, I'm gonna keep you in the organization. You're gonna be an assistant coach.
Thank
You're
you.
gonna be you're
Thank
gonna be the,
you.
you're gonna be
Or
an official cheerleading coach, a cheerleader coach, cheerleader slash
or
coach.
send the
I need
Nash
that
down to
spot.
work play with Alex. Send the Nash down to play with Alex in the G League.
There you go. There you go.
I mean, Giannis has obviously told the organization he wants his brother with him all the time. So that's why
oh,
I don't think the G League will probably be a viable option. I would say put him on the bench as an assistant coach when he really just be Giannis's assistant. But you got to give up the roster spot, man. That is hurting the team. I don't care what anybody says, man. How you gonna be a
No,
championship team?
just let the Nasty work with Bango.
One second, y'all. 1 second, y'all. Let me get my man King Case. What up, Case? What's good? Appreciate the 4.99 super chat. 3-team trade with us, Dallas and Atlanta. Dallas takes Middleton. Dallas gives Atlanta what they need. We take Murray. What y'all think? I would do that.
in a
I
heartbeat.
Murray.
still, I still,
Yeah,
I still
DeJounte.
wouldn't give up.
DeJounte from Atlanta.
I still wouldn't give
Oh,
up. I wouldn't put K Mid in that because we still could use his scoring.
But we would get back scoring though too with Murray.
Murray younger. Murray
Yeah,
more
Yeah,
but if
younger.
Murray
we,
younger.
Murray's
Yeah.
nice, man. He's nice, and
but if
he's a
we
good
had
defense.
Murray, if we had to start line up of Murray, Dame, K Mid, Giannis, and Brook, that's killer.
I feel you. I feel you on that. I'm at my kind of like at my boiling point with Middleton. He can't play all the time. He's on minutes restrictions. It's always something.
Back.
He's
I'll
on
give up
borrowed time.
Beasley. I'll put Beasley in the trade instead of came in.
Yeah, but you need the money matches more with Middleton.
Right.
And the problem with having Murray and Middleton,
Yeah.
you have too much duplication of skill sets.
Facts.
It's just too
Now,
much duplication of
if
skill
it's the
sets.
money thing, we don't need another team in the trade. Then it could be straight up
Yeah, yeah,
Middleton for Murray.
yeah. I mean, it'll be hard, but I think the energy Murray has, the ability he has, the fact that he's younger, and when they play the Bucks, I worry about Murray. As far as us being able to defend him.
He's
That's
soft.
that's the one player out there that I would give up Middleton for right now.
Okay.
But not just for anybody.
Right.
But we got to trade couple of these guys up out of here, man, to shore up that perimeter
I agree.
defense, man. And I think Doc, who used to be with I believe it was the Clippers, he was GM/coach.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
he's going to come in with his ideas about personnel.
Mm-hmm.
And where Griffin was like, well, I'll just coach the players I have. Doc's gonna be like, listen, we need this, we need this, we need this, and we need this. Can you make that happen?
John Oz.
Yeah, because he's gonna have his ideas of what he's gonna need to make this work. And I think he signed a 4-year deal.
Oh.
And so he's not
Mm-hmm.
going nowhere, man.
Oh.
Especially they're paying 3 coaches. Doc ain't going nowhere for a while. And that means he's got some authority. He's got some gravitas.
1 second, B Shack. Let me just get super chat. We got Eliza in the super chat. Salute, 4.99 super chat. Appreciate you, Eliza. Laughing out loud. Literally, when you look up 15th roster spot, let me see what it says. I know she gonna say something funny. It says rarely plays rotation minutes, provides vibe, or has a special leadership role for the team. Why you even look that up, Eliza?
Oh man. Man.
That's either
Oh.
the
I
Nasses
feel
or
you,
Robin.
Eliza. I feel you.
That's the Nasses or Robin.
Hey, I don't know which one of y'all want to tap out, but I'm gonna tap Chitty in here for a minute. I don't know which
I'll
one of
tap
y'all want
in.
to. Okay, tap out. All right,
I
let me.
go.
All
I
right,
Nah,
got
man,
to
all
show
I'll
some
go.
food.
I'll go.
right, all right. If y'all want to tap out, I'm gonna bring Chitty in. Y'all can tap back in. All right,
All right.
y'all. All right,
All
y'all
right.
go. All right. Let me get my man Chitty in here. All right, hold
The
on a sec.
African brother.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, let me bring him up in here. All right, Chitty, what's good? Tell me how you feeling about today's game, sir.
Hey,
What's
Amara,
good?
my elder statesman.
All right,
I'm
what's
feeling
good,
well.
sir?
I'm feeling great. Gibson, how are you doing?
I'm alright, Chitty. Peace and love. Peace and love, Chitty.
Yeah, peace and love. Bishop, why is he running away from the chat now? He's supposed to stay there so that we can chat this thing up.
We're
Eh?
not doing that.
The other day
Y'all be
after,
it be
after
too
saying
much
all,
sometimes. We gonna set it up in the right time because it's getting kind of late.
hey,
We gonna set it up at the right time. But go ahead, give us your take of today in the game, Chitty. How you feel, bro? Tell us how you
hey,
feel.
hey, hey. See, okay. Let me cool down. Let me cool down.
Okay, go
So
ahead.
today's game, right? Yeah. So today's game, right?
Uh
I feel there was a lot of mishaps from some of the players. So one of the pointers was them taking some unnecessary shots when other players are open, and you can just easily pass the ball to them, and that's been affecting our games for a while. Now another thing again just took my light though. I'm in Africa,
huh.
I'm in Nigeria, so it's part of it. Yeah, so another thing again that I observed was the fact that when you have players like Brook Lopez and you have Malik Beasley, you don't need a player like Chris Middleton because he showed in today's game.
Okay.
Right. Guess what? A Chris Middleton, slows down the pace of the game, makes the game very sloppy. And guess what happens next? What happens next is we then require a clutch points game. You see, we then require a clutch points game. And guess what? If a Middleton isn't playing that sloppy from the first half and from the first quarter and second quarter, it simply means that we will not require clutch points. It means we'll be bringing out teams and then we can
Okay,
allow the
let me
third
just
tier
make sure I
play.
understand, Chidi. I think I feel you. You're saying if he plays better, it wouldn't be no need for him to be clutch because the lead would be significant enough where we wouldn't need the
Exactly.
clutch baskets.
Exactly. Guess what? Right? You okay? Let's take for example, right? You're having Giannis bringing in his A game every night, right? You're having Giannis bringing in his A game every night. You will have to beg you to play well, at least bring in your B plus game, at least consistently. But you don't do that. What you do is you bring D plus or C plus, and the day you bring C plus for us, we're happy, we're appreciative of that. You see, that's the problem. That's the problem we keep having, and that's why we are having all these tight games and other things. Because guess what? Last season, if you look at the sample size of the games last season, you could see that Middleton did not play over 65% of the games, and we had the best record. Correct. And the truth is, if we have a Middleton, and the essence of a Middleton is for him to be that second role player, the truth is we will not really need most of the players we traded for if Middleton was up in his game. For example, we gave a lot of assets for a player like Jay Crowder. And since we brought in Jay Crowder since last season, he has not been, in fact, he has even made us lose our depth. That's it. Like Jay Crowder involvement in trade into Milwaukee Bucks made us lose a lot of our depth. And then I don't like the fact that I was saying that Dame should be holding the ball. What has Dame won? What has Dame won from Portland Trailblazers? What has he won? I would rather give the ball to somebody who has been tried and tested. A Giannis Antetokounmpo is a champion who has been the PG point guard, power forward, controlling the ball, passing the ball, engaging his teammates, and they've been winning basketball games. Last season, they had the best record in the NBA. He was bringing up the ball. This season, he's sharing the ball with them, and they have the second record in the East. Why do I have to give the ball to them? Everything just points to the fact that why do we have to give all the ball to them? Where is coming from? What has he won? I'd rather use somebody who has been tested and trusted than somebody who has not won anything for me. So why will I give the ball to them? What is them doing for me? You're going 2 of 15 from the 3-point line. What are you doing for us? You came to Milwaukee Bucks. You knew that you were coming to win a championship. You are coming into a championship contending team. You're not coming into Milwaukee Bucks because you just want to come there and be friends with Giannis. No, then you're coming to win a championship, and thus far it has been disappointing. It has been disappointing. Everybody watching across the world are disappointed. Let's say the truth. Imagine a Tyrese Haliburton in the season tournament pointing to his wrist and saying that I know what time it is. Then you're going to meet him the next week to play against him, and you still fumbled all through the series. He never showed up. Like everything that pointed towards Dame's trade. Tell us one thing that has made us have any confidence about him. Oh, because he's an American, he speaks American accent. That's why we should give him a pass. No. You're telling a 2 times MVP champion player, Giannis Antetokounmpo, to improve in his game. Improve on what? He's making baskets. He's carrying his team. Last year against the LA Clippers, guess what happened? Against the LA Clippers, the team let Giannis down. Giannis carried that team with 54 points to win the game. That's what a real superstar does. And he did it this year again against the Pacers, 64 points. Then you're on that team. They had to give up a lot of assets for you to join the team. Tell us when you have showed up. And we say, yes, you're showing up. A
Can
Dame
I
has not
ask you a
contributed
question, Chitty?
anything to
Can
the
I ask you a
Milwaukee
question?
Bucks. Yes,
Can I ask you a question?
yes,
So I understand the Bucks won a championship and all that, and that's very true.
yes,
But there's a lot of things that
yes.
went in our favor for us to win a championship. It wasn't like we just steamrolled the NBA and won a championship, correct? We had
I don't agree.
yeah. So we steamrolled
I do
everybody in the
not agree.
playoffs. Did we steamroll everybody?
Yes, yes, we did. We did. You think the other teams that were coming to play against us, you think they were not coming to qualify and win the championship? Or it's the playoffs with all the injuries. Giannis also had injuries.
We got lucky, Chitty, is what I'm saying. Things went our way. It
No,
wasn't like
no,
a dime.
no,
So we didn't get lucky
no.
at
I
all.
don't
So
agree.
we didn't get lucky.
No, we never. No.
Okay.
Because let me point it to
So
you. If you look
we
at
can
the way
stop
the
right here,
refs,
Chitty,
if you
Chitty,
look at
just
the way the refs,
Chitty.
yes, yes,
If Kevin Durant foot is a step back when he shoots that three, that series would have been over,
yeah.
correct?
But was
No, but I'm
it
just
out of the
asking you a
line?
question. I'm just asking you a question. Would the series have been over?
That's the game.
No.
That's
I'm
the game.
asking
That's
you,
why it's called the basketball game.
Chitty. I'm just asking you a
Yeah,
simple question. Yes or no?
yeah,
If he hits that three, the series was over, right?
yeah.
So what I'm saying is we weren't dominant. We got lucky. We had things go our way.
No,
We had things.
no,
That's the truth.
no,
That's the
no.
truth.
That's not the truth. No, Amara, I don't agree with you.
Okay, let me
I
ask you
don't agree
this. Let
with
me ask
you.
you this. Let me ask you this.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Before that championship season, were we in the finals at
Mm-hmm.
any other time? Or would you consider, besides the 21 season, the Bucks have been a little bit of a disappointment considering the record that we had?
Right.
We were actually getting close to it.
I'm asking you a question. Besides the
Yes,
21 season, the Bucks were considered a disappointment because they would always have the best record and then fizzle out in the playoffs. Is that correct?
correct.
Correct.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So we're saying that we got the championship, we had things go our way, but let's not make it seem like we were the Lakers in 2000 where we only lost 1 or 2 games in the playoffs and we're just rolling through everybody. Fortunate things went our way and we should be happy about that. Fortunate
Wow.
things went our way. That wasn't dominant. Fortunate things
Okay,
went our way.
okay,
And then I'm about to
okay.
tap you in, B Tech, 1 minute. And then hold on.
Okay. So
Then
the Golden State Warriors,
hold on 1 second.
Amara, the
And
Golden State
no,
Warriors, since when they are
1
away
second,
before they won it, or the
Chitty.
Nuggets last season, since when they
We're
are away
not
before
talking
they
about
won
the
it?
Nuggets. We're not talking about the Nuggets. I'm just trying to explain to you it wasn't sweet. We got lucky with that championship and we should appreciate it.
No,
We got it.
no. We did not
Okay,
get lucky.
let's look
No,
past
Amara,
this.
I'm not going
Okay,
to agree.
let's talk in a different realm, right? Because you always going in
Yes,
on Dame, right? Dame had a good game
yes.
today. You said nothing. Most of y'all that hate Dame said nothing, and that's cool. That's cool. I understand. I understand it.
See, as a Bucks fan,
No. You said
Amara, as
nothing.
a Bucks fan,
No.
as
We're not
a,
doing that. Come
Amara,
on,
see,
man.
as a
Come on,
Bucks
man.
fan, right? I still have Dame on my hot seat because Dame hasn't proven anything
I
to
got a
me as a
question for.
Bucks
That's what I'm saying.
fan.
I got a question from you. Let me ask you a
Exactly. I
question.
don't care
Let
what
me
he
ask
did
you.
in Portland.
No. Let me just ask you a
Trading
question.
into
Let me just
Milwaukee Bucks, he
ask
has
you a
not done anything
question.
for
I
us.
just got a
Yes,
question. No, I got a question.
yes.
So let's just say, Dame has been playing a certain way in Portland, and Giannis has been playing a certain way in Milwaukee his whole career for the most part. Him controlling the ball, and Dame has been playing a certain way in Portland, controlling the ball, right? So Dame
Okay,
comes to
okay.
Milwaukee and he has to adjust to what Giannis does, right? Do you think Giannis, if the roles were reversed, do you think Giannis would be as effective as a player if the ball was removed from his hand and then he had to adjust? Do you think he would be as effective? And if so, how long would it take for him to adjust to being in that predicament?
A Giannis player would adjust to the game immediately if he's being traded to any other team. And let me tell
We're
you
not
something,
talking
right?
about no trades. I'm asking you if he's on this team, right? and just say the roles were reversed, where they were like, okay, we're gonna get the ball to Dame and put you're just gonna be in a poster off the ball. Do you think Giannis would be as effective?
No, why will he be effective that way? Because that's the way he has been playing. He can't be effective that way.
Thank you. So now we're gonna spin the block, right? So you're saying him being out of what he normally does, you don't expect him to be effective, right? But then you're saying Dame getting out of what he does normally, you expect him to be effective.
Nobody's taking anything from Dame. Dame is also still controlling the ball with Giannis, but Giannis is a superstar. You can't expect to come and join a superstar and
You see what I'm saying? But
relinquish everything he has been doing.
it's not. You see what I'm saying? You're saying it one way when it's in your favor, and then when I'm giving you the
No,
information,
no.
you just said we gotta record it. You just said Giannis would probably
Yeah.
struggle if he had to play off the ball. You just said that. You said Giannis would struggle playing off the ball. Okay,
Amara,
so what I'm saying is
this
that
season,
how are you going in on Dame for how he's playing when it's outside of his norm? If you're telling me
Amara,
you're the
this
superstar
season,
player and Giannis Antetokounmpo would struggle off the ball, how are you expecting Dame to come in and just be Dame when what you're asking him to do is completely different? How is that fair? So tell me how that's fair.
Amara, let me tell you how it's fair. Right? You came in from Portland Trail Blazers.
That's
You
not what
control
we're
the
talking
ball.
about. See, no. I'm asking
You
you, why
don't
is
want me
that
to
different?
talk. You don't want me
No.
to talk.
Why is that different though? You're trying to spin something else. This is a
I'm not
straightforward
spinning
question.
anything.
This is straightforward, Chitty. You just said it. You just said that Giannis would struggle off the ball. But then you're telling me you expect all this greatness from Dame when you're asking him to do something completely different than what he's used to. So what I'm saying is
Bro,
you should give him the same
bro.
leeway that you would give Giannis
Isn't
in that
Giannis
situation.
is
That's it.
okay? I want to ask you a question. Amara. Is it Giannis making them take 2 of 15 from the 3-point line? Is it Giannis making them to lose so many shots in the field goal percentage, having 22%? Is it Giannis
He's not
causing it?
shooting I'm not
Is it
saying he's
Giannis not
shooting the
making them
best.
to shoot
I'm just
to
saying
take
the
better shots?
adjustment
It's not
period. There's
Giannis.
going to be adjustment.
Dame is still taking more shots. Dame is still taking more shots. He's still taking more shots than the Milwaukee Bucks, but he's not making them. He's not efficient. That's what we're complaining about. All the 22 points, 30 points you're seeing, 39 points you're seeing from Dame, check it out. It's mostly free throws that are added to it. Check his field goal percentage and for his 3-point efficiency percentage. They are all low. It's not efficient. So without the free throw, and guess what? Against the Pacers, when they didn't have the free throw, they blew us out. That's how they were winning us. It's that simple. It's not rocket science. It's a game that we see the
I
metrics
get
and
you.
numbers.
So coming into a new system, everything he should just be clicking. But even though you just said that there's going to be an adjustment, that's what I'm saying. You're not looking.
Okay,
You have tunnel vision.
Amara. James Harden is also a point guard. James Harden is in the LA Clippers, but he's functional there. Is James Harden not producing now? Is he holding all the ball? Is he the one controlling the whole game? No. He does, Paul George does, and these guys they share it within themselves. Even Russell Westbrook. So what is the difference? It's also a point guard that was traded to a new team. Enough of this excuse for Dame. He has to be efficient. Work on your game. Don't tell a 2 times MVP to be efficient. Tell it to them. Let him be efficient.
It's not even processing what I'm trying to tell you. You're completely
It's not going to process
it.
because I am also watching the game and we're seeing the numbers. Without free throws, Dame is nothing. Guess what? Look at the Pacers game. All the games we lost against the Pacers. Check Dame's numbers.
Let's get rid of Dame. Dame is trash, right? It's pretty much what you're saying. Dame is trash. Let's get rid of him, right?
What I'm trying to say is Dame is being exposed currently. He was in Portland Trail Blazers. Why seeing what he was doing?
So he's being
now
exposed.
He's on the contender championship team
in his current situation.
Yes.
Okay, so let me ask you this again. So we're gonna go back to this. So if Giannis is playing off the ball, would he be exposed?
No, he wouldn't be exposed. Because guess what? Giannis would get rebounds and get his points. Giannis would do a pick and roll and get his points.
Why have we never
If
seen
you
that?
want that,
Why
Giannis should
have
be
we never
very
seen
efficient.
that? Okay, then why have we never seen that?
Because the guys around him are not functional. Let's make the trades and let's see functionality. Let's see everybody being a star in their roles and see and also because it's more stress for Giannis. Why is he not doing that? Because the guys around him. This is not why we're saying we need to trade all these players. That's the reason why. Maybe I'm seeing the game from a different point of view, but I think also my own point of view of seeing the game should also be reviewed. Because I feel that I'm also making a great point here. Check his stats, check them stats, check it. And then you're telling a 2 times MVP that is very efficient. The only player currently that is at 60 points, 60 plus points field goal percentage that he needs to improve in his game. What part of his game should he improve on?
Can I jump in for a second?
Go ahead, B Shaq.
Yes, please.
First of all, I wasn't going to come back on here, but when I heard my name called and the suggestion that I would run from anyone and anything, I had to show my face again.
All
First of
right, go
all,
ahead, B Shaq. You got the
what's up,
floor.
Chitty? Good to see you, Chitty. Now
Yeah,
let me
Bishop, I
say this.
feel you've been running away from me for a while now. We've not been on
This
chat. If I'm coming in,
Let
you're
the man
leaving,
talk. Hold on,
or if
Chitty,
I'm
Chitty,
leaving, you're
Chitty.
coming
Let
in.
B Shaq talk.
Yeah.
Go ahead, B Shaq. Go ahead, B Shaq.
No, I'm just trying to say my own
Okay, yeah,
observation,
I
though.
got you.
Yeah, I do want to say this. Chitty, you put us in a very difficult position because the arguments you're making, they're full of passion and emotion, but
Hmm.
they're not necessarily grounded in the facts of the reality. Now, Amara mentioned about the Bucks winning the championship. The one thing I hate when they talk about the Bucks championship is they bring up all the things that happened. The Kevin Durant's foot on the line, but it wasn't just that. It was Kyrie stepping on Giannis's foot. It was Harden having a hamstring issue. A lot of things had to fall the Bucks' way.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the honest truth. That's just reality. They did not run over anyone to win that championship. They fought
Right.
hard and they earned it, but they didn't steamroll anybody. First fact. The second thing is this. Um,
Well, Bishop,
Giannis.
I have to respectfully not accept that opinion of the injuries. You know why? Because even on the Bucks team, we had injuries. DiVincenzo was injured during that playoff run. We had Brook Lopez also, who was just recovering from his back surgery and injury. Now, also, we had a lot of players on the Bucks team
Agreed.
that were not fully, fully in
I'm
shape
saying
because
that's
they
not
were
the
coming from
point.
a
That's not the point. The
long
point.
regular season.
The point
See,
is.
the point,
The
Bishop,
point is
let me
nobody.
land,
You
Bishop,
said
let me land to my point.
You said they steamrolled. I didn't finish my point. I'm saying you said they
Bishop,
steamrolled and that didn't happen. The next thing I want to tell you, mention you talked about
Bishop,
Dame.
we forget something.
Hold
We
on,
forget
one
something.
I've been
second,
The
sitting
Chitty.
here.
Let
first
I've
him
been sitting
finish,
round,
here
then you
listening
go.
to you.
Then
I've
yeah,
been
yeah,
the
sitting
go.
here
first
listening to
round,
you. I've been sitting here
the
listening
first
to
round,
you.
Chitty, Chitty,
the first
Chitty,
round,
Chitty.
no,
Hold
the
on,
first
man.
round
Hold
of the
on, Chitty.
playoffs, we
Hold on,
met the
Chitty.
Miami Heat and we swept them, right?
All right, go ahead, B Shaq. I gotta mute it for me. You gotta calm down, Chitty. Relax. Go ahead, B Shaq.
Other situation comes to Dame, right? First of all, Dame is a Milwaukee Buck, and I support Milwaukee Bucks players. Okay, Dame Dollar has an offensive game that has no weaknesses. Period. If he's off in a game,
That's not
he's
true.
off.
That's not true.
Listen,
He
Let,
has
let,
a
Chitty,
lot
let,
of
let,
listen,
weaknesses
let
in
him
his
finish his
offensive game.
statement.
That's
Chitty,
not
Chitty,
1 second.
true.
listen.
Let him finish his statement, then you go. Go ahead, B Shaq.
He has no weaknesses. He can only stop himself when he's off. That's it. He can only stop himself when he's off. Giannis, and we said this earlier, is blessed with extraordinary athletic
Mm.
ability. And he is blessed with a heart of a lion and determination. But his game has plenty of weaknesses. And if you remove a Dame from the equation, or you remove a Middleton, and Giannis has to carry the team for themselves, a team can create a defense that could limit Giannis's effectiveness. And we've seen it with the wall. You have to build a team around him that has balance and shooting for him to have the space to be effective. Outside of the half court, if he grabs the ball on the rebound, yeah, before a defense is set on a fast break, he's the most lethal player, in my opinion, one of the top 3 players of all time on the fast break end to end. But in the
Now,
half court,
Bishop, this is
in the in
disrespectful
the
to
in
every
the
Bucks
half
fan.
court,
But what he
listen,
just explained about Giannis now is a very disrespectful kind of way of explaining a Giannis to a Bucks fan. Any real Bucks fan would never hear this explanation of yours about Giannis. This is absolutely
so
disrespectful.
wait a minute. So
You see,
Chitty, are you saying Giannis has
what
no
you just said
weaknesses in
about
his game?
Giannis is
Are
absolutely
you are
disrespectful.
you
Nah,
Chitty? Are you
nah.
saying
I would,
that Giannis
nobody,
has
no, check
no
the comments. Nobody will
shortcomings
take
in
this.
his
Any
game?
real boxman would never take this explanation
Chitty,
about Giannis.
Chitty.
Nah, Bishop.
First of all, time out. This is Amara's podcast, and Amara has set a standard of respecting other people.
Let that
Don't
man
don't
talk.
We
tell me I'm not
respect,
a real Bucks fan.
we
Don't
respect people.
suggest
Go
don't
ahead, B Shaq.
Chitty. Don't suggest I'm not a real Bucks fan. Okay. What I'm saying is this, and the question I asked was, are you saying that Giannis has no weakness or shortcomings in his game? The way you answer that question is going to reveal if you are reasonable, or if you're reasonable or unreasonable.
Mm.
Does Giannis have any weaknesses or shortcomings in his game?
No, Giannis don't have any weaknesses or shortcomings in his game. He has won championships. He has won a championship with this. He has won 2 times MVP with this style of play. He has no weakness. Yes, is he improving on every part of his game to become better? Yes, but saying he has weaknesses in his game, no. He has something that is working for him consistently. And don't tell me it's about athleticism. No, it's not. This guy knows how to perfectly maneuver defenders. These are not just ordinary defenders or easy to pick up the defenders. These are hardcore defenders who foul him to the point that they pull him down, they throw him away from the court, they hit him everywhere, and he still makes the basket. Which other NBA player do they defend like Giannis in the NBA? Tell me one, mention one name. And he still makes his basket, and he's still part of the highest scorers, pure scorer. All the 30 plus points, who has the field goal percentage as efficient as Giannis currently? How are we talking about Giannis and saying he has deficiency in his offense? When in his offense, he's still part of the top 5 scorers, pure scorers in the NBA.
Okay.
Check
I
the
got one
list.
question. I got
He's
one
number
question.
4.
I got one
And you're
question.
saying that Giannis should improve on his game.
Chitty,
Where is
Chitty,
Dame?
Chitty.
Yes.
You just said Giannis has no weaknesses in his game.
Yes.
Is he
Yes.
is he
And I
is he a
stand by
good
it.
is wait, time out.
Hold on one
I'm trying
second.
to
Go
be
ahead.
cool here, man. Is he a good free throw shooter?
Bishop, I'm also going to shout. If you shout on me, I'm also going to shout.
Oh no, he
Is
just
It's
he
any
asked you. He
time
not
out. Like I'm
shouting.
also
He's
going to
not
shout if you
shouting.
shout on me. Exactly. Like we're discussing,
Chitty,
but I'm just trying to tell
Chitty,
you that your notion about Giannis is false. It's a false
Chitty,
narrative
Chitty. He
because
Chitty.
just
it's not
asked
backed
you.
by facts.
All he did was ask you, is
For the last
Giannis?
10 years, for the last 5 years, Giannis has always been in the top 5 scorers, points per
Chitty.
game in the
Is he a
NBA.
good
Tell me
free
who.
throw shooter?
Chitty, calm
Is he a
down,
good free
bro.
throw
Calm
shooter?
down. Calm
You
down.
said Chitty, you said he had no weaknesses. Is he a
Yes.
good free throw shooter?
Yes, he's a good free throw shooter currently. Since
Just
last
let
year
it
has
go, B
improved on his
Shack.
free
Let
throw
it go.
shooting.
Let it go. There's the
That's
you
what I'm
gotta let it
saying.
go.
Update your data. Update your data about Giannis. Giannis is a great free throw shooter now. He's making 66.7%. He's a 66.7% free throw shooter, not a great free throw shooter. How many people see? Okay, Bishop, in a university grade, if you have 66.7%, what is it? A student has 66.7%. What is it? Is it a C? No, it's above average.
Oh man, it's 11:30. No,
Chitty, you
I
wilding out,
appreciate it.
man. You
We gonna
wilding
cut
out.
this in a minute. This is getting a little too much for me here. We gonna shut this down now and get ready for the next game. Let's just be happy that the Bucks won. They won comfortably, and the team in its totality is looking better. We got a new coach going in, and let's be positive about that. We got to understand there is a little separation between people being Milwaukee Bucks pure fans and then Giannis fans. That's where there's a
Yeah.
little bit of a divide there. That's where there's a little bit of a division. And I understand that when you got your favorite player, you got your favorite player. So I get that. But I'm saying that's where the miscommunication happens between being
I
thinking
love
about the
Giannis.
Milwaukee Bucks as a whole versus Giannis, or even if it's Dame as a whole. I think that's where the difference is. Because what you said, I won't say any player. The only player that I know that doesn't have any weaknesses is Michael Jordan, to me. You know what I'm saying? That I can say like no weaknesses. I think most of these players got some form of weakness. You know what I'm saying? If Giannis is gonna be his shooting, Dame is a smaller player. Everybody gonna have some weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? But to say that he doesn't, or to say Dame doesn't or Giannis doesn't, that's not a true statement in my opinion.
So Amara,
That's not a true statement.
let me correct myself. Let me correct
Right.
myself. Because I'm a reasonable person. I will retract the statement that Dame has no weaknesses. I will say he has fewer weaknesses in his game. Okay. And
That's
I just
better.
want to make it clear. I just want to make it clear for everybody, even in the chat. Giannis Antetokounmpo is my favorite basketball player. I just try to, like my man Mr. Smith, my man Brandon, uh, Jeff, and others. I try to assess things from a logical standpoint. I try to call it like I see it. I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to offend any Giannis fans. I want Giannis to be great. This is why I try to hold him accountable. This is why I want him to improve. So I can absolutely say that he is a great player. Dame's a great player too, and we're blessed to have two great players on our team. And we should just stop trying to tear everything apart, but try to see this what the best way for the Bucks to go forward. When they have a bad game, we call on it. We say, hey, they had a bad shooting night. They had an off night here, off night there. But I'm always going to be honest. I'm not going to try to play to the crowd. I'm gonna be honest. And so I hope, Chitty, you understand that I have nothing against you. I have no problem with you. I might have issues with some of your points you make, and I'll attack the points, but I never attack the person. So I just want you to know that I respect you, brother, and I don't want you to feel any sort of way toward me because I don't feel any sort of way toward you.
Yeah,
All
it's
good. I
all love
appreciate
here,
that.
Bishop.
Yeah, it's all love. It's just
It's
people
all
passionate.
love from me also. Like we're passionate people because we're men, and what do men do? We compete. We compete. Like back in the
Right.
days when we hunt, we compete who gets the fattest cow, or who hunts for the fattest wild animal, the lion, who cuts the head. That's what we do. So sport is another way of us also trying to make our own competitive mindset. Sorry, competitive mindset out there, and I love it. You understand? But then again, I see the game from a different perspective. And sometimes, guess what? We all were raised from different communities and different cultures, right? So when, like in Africa, yeah, right, we've got like ancient kind of culture. Yeah, you understand. We see things, we say it the way it is. And sometimes people think we're proud of something, but we just say the truth the way it is. Over there in America, I understand your culture is more like, oh, you see it, don't talk about it. You see it, turn your face the other way. It's nice also. It's resolve some issues. Out of the whole thing. It's a sensitive culture, by the way. But it's part of it. But when we come together and we talk about sports,
Yeah,
we
that's
talk
it.
about
It's
sports
passion.
from
We
the
just want to make
perspective
sure
of
that everybody is respectful. That's it, Chitty. But I hear my daughter, so
exactly.
I really gotta cut this off. I hear my daughter on the monitor, so y'all gotta bear with me. I appreciate all y'all tapping in and
Peace and love. Peace and love.
the energy that y'all
Peace
brought.
and love.
Let's just make sure to be respectful. Salute the Bucks Nation. Always appreciate you tapping in, Chitty. My man B Shack don't run from nobody. Gibson, I appreciate you tapping in, and let's leave on a peaceful note. My man Gibson, send us home.
Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love and blessings. Peace.
Peace.
Peace
All
and
right,
love.
appreciate
Peace
you.
and love.
And then
Peace and
before we
love.
get out of
Peace and
here,
love.
there's no Dame glazing. We were just asking questions, and that's the thing. As soon as we ask anything about Dame, we glaze it. If we ask anything about Giannis, we hate. These are just questions. These are just questions, y'all. I love the Bucks. I'm spending thousands of dollars annually going to Bucks games, literally. So I love the Bucks. But we this platform is to ask questions and propose things and just see what the response is. There is no hating. I love Giannis. Giannis is gonna get a statue out there. I love Giannis. I hope he can help Dame win a
Definitely.
championship. I love the Bucks, but I'm going to call out things that I see. And that doesn't mean bias. That's for Dame. Dame hasn't shot well all year, and I've said that. He's transitioning. He got stuff going on. He's not playing well. He said he didn't work out in the offseason. So the regular season, it is what it is. But what I'm saying is keep the energy the same. When he have a bad game, y'all be bombing all over the place. But when he have a good game, it ain't nothing in the chat. All I'm saying is that's why I feel like I have to say something because it's not a level playing field. And me being the host, I have to level the playing field. It can't just be all let's take number twos on Dame when he have a bad game. We say that, but then you got to give him his flowers when he play well. It got to be fair. That's all we saying. And that's why it might come off like I'm trying to defend Dame when it's just like, man, he don't get no. When he play well, he don't get nothing. When he play bad, then it's all through the chat. He sucks. He's trash. He's this and that. He had a great game today. Nothing in the chat from no one. Not one Dame comment in the chat. So if I'm hosting a platform, shouldn't I bring that to the people's attention? Like, hey, this man had a good game today. Nothing. Just 24 hours ago, y'all was throwing him in front of the 18 wheels. It has to be balanced. That's all I'm saying. That's what I try to do to bring balance. If everybody was taking a number 2 on Giannis, I would be trying to put Giannis's
Yeah.
points forward. That's the whole point.
I don't.
There's no glazing.
I don't think a player like Giannis, if he has a shitty game, we would not throw shit on him. I don't think so. I've never seen that. You understand? And I'll just be fair and honest. What I've seen is when Giannis has a game that is not, Giannis is held to a particular kind of standard that is way different from how they hold other NBA players. And it's facts. It's just facts. It's what it
Pedestal is
is.
too high. Yeah.
Yeah, it's too
No, but
high.
I feel what you said. All I'm saying is keep the energy the same when it's good or bad. That's all I'm saying. I'm not even talking about Giannis. I'm just saying about Dame. If y'all gonna kill him when he play a bad game and we kill him when he have a good game, you should be raising him up, and that don't happen. And I could call you personally, Chitty. You know that man had a good game today. You didn't mention one thing, but if he would have been shooting 7 to 24, you'd have been all through the chat bombing on him. Correct?
Oh
No, no.
my, let me
Is
tell you
yes or no?
something.
Is that correct?
Amara, I've given Dame his respect when he was traded to Milwaukee Bucks. I was like, wow, this is a great trade. Guess what? I gave him samples. I'm a person who work with sample size games. I'm just that guy.
I gotta get. I gotta.
I
We gotta
I
cut.
look at,
Chitty. We gotta cut this, bro. I
yes,
gotta go. I'm actually really
no
wilding right
problem,
now.
no
we,
problem, no
we
problem.
gotta finish this, bro. We'll finish this. All I'm saying is keep the energy the same, Chitty. If you gonna bomb on
Oh
him
yeah,
when he play bad, say something when he play good. That's all I'm saying to you, Chitty. That's it. That's fair.
is inconsistent currently. It's
Okay, then you
inconsistent.
be
So
consistent in
right
your
now, I can't give
analysis.
him.
Then you be
It's just like
consistent.
it's just like you saying I should give Middleton so much praise when since 2022 you've been acting injured. I've not
I
been
And then
got
you
your
got
sacrificing for
a
the
Pam
team.
in the chat. Pam,
Exactly.
nobody is glazing anybody. We are just saying different. This is like anytime somebody says anything about Dave positive, you're glazing. If you
I'm
question anything about Dave, you're hey. We gotta have some balance, but I gotta tap out. Yeah, we gotta tap
All right,
out, y'all.
y'all.
Salute to y'all.
Peace.
Salute to Chitty. Salute to B Shack. Salute to my man Gibson. Appreciate y'all, and we'll be back for the next game. We'll finish it. All I'm saying, Chitty, keep the energy balanced, sir. That's fair. Just keep it balanced.
All right, Amara.
All right,
Salute to
man.
you also.
All right. Yep.
Yeah.
Have a good one. All right, y'all. So that got a little intense there. Appreciate y'all tapping in. I am really messing up right now, so I need to get out of here. Salute to Bucks Nation. Salute to the chat. Like we said, hey, everybody got a chance to say their piece. You're not gonna agree with everybody, but let's be respectful and let's talk and let's have good vibes going in. We just had a Bucks blowout win against a quality Pelicans team, and all our good players showed up. So salute to Bucks and Bucks Nation. If you haven't already, please hit the like button on the way out. Appreciate y'all. Gone.